When you look at what I'm seeing with the naked eye, you can see it's not a normal aircraft.
Once they came out and said that they're not, and they don't know what they are, and they're not foreign, but they're not ours, and they don't pose a threat, that's when it becomes concerning.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at him spraying. He is spraying the sky.
Mysterious drones flying over New Jersey have gotten many residents suspicious and our own government not giving us any answers. I can't help but think that these are some sort of UFOs or UAPs, also known as unidentified aerial phenomenon. And of course, we have seen this type of unusual activity countless times over the years. But this is something that happens to be very egregious. My first instinct would be that these are UFOs, but we do know that our military does in fact have advanced aircrafts. China possibly does too. They have advanced drone technology, especially for surveillance purposes. Even though there are undoubtedly extraterrestrials out there, I have come to suspect that the UFO narrative, given how popular it is in the mainstream, to be a distraction from agendas and activities by our own government or that of other countries. At this point, I don't think enough people are willing to believe that there's simply no such thing as UFOs or extraterrestrials. Comparatively speaking, I think there is a very small percentage of the population that believes we are not that believes we are alone in this universe. So our own government knows that they cannot sell that narrative to the public. However, what they are capable of doing is to cover up their own actions, which we have seen across the board many, many times. So the question is, what are they hiding? And we know they are hiding something based on their response. Let's take a look at this interview from the Director of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, who does not believe there is anything unusual or threatening about these drones.
President-elect Donald Trump, he just called on the Biden administration for you guys to either release any information it has about these mysterious drone sightings or shoot the drones out of the sky. How do you respond to the president-elect?
Well, first of all, the statements I've made already are the principal message that I want to communicate to the American public. We haven't seen anything unusual. We know of no threat. Secondly, we have gone to Congress repeatedly asking for more authority to counter drone activity. And we have also asked for more authority to give to the state and local officials under our supervision, because it correctly notes those authorities need to be expanded.
So just a reminder, this is the same man who has been overseeing the disaster that is our southern border. So when he says there is nothing unusual, there is no threat, we need more authority, this does not surprise me at all, coming from the same guy who has let millions of people pour into our country and kept trying to gaslight the public into thinking that he had border security under control. Okay, so I think we can already safely assume that Mayorkas cannot be trusted with anything that he says.
I want to play something another New Jersey congressman, Republican Jeff Van Drew, said about the drones over his state in New Jersey. Listen to this.
We're not being told the truth. They are dealing with the American public like we're stupid. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's about. They haven't taken one down to analyze it. They have no idea where it comes from, but they know that it's not that. I mean, that's nonsense. They do not know what they're doing. Why don't they take one of them down, analyze it, and let us know what's really happening?
What do you say to the congressman?
Well, first of all, we have experts, and he should not diminish the extent of their expertise and the extent of their dedication to the well-being of the American people. These are individuals who dedicate their careers to the safety and security.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job now that they haven't even determined who is controlling these aircrafts. Yeah, they're doing a great, great job.
Of the United States of America, number one. Number two, it's not as though anyone can just take down a drone in the sky.
Yes, you can. Okay, it's not just within your ability, it is your duty to protect our country from all enemies, foreign and domestic. If you don't know what it is, if you suspect that unusual aerial activity did not come from our own government, possibly China or Iran, one of our enemies, you shoot it down. No questions asked. We can't afford unnecessary risks. The point is so that we can examine where these are coming from. And this same exact thing happened with the Chinese spy balloon last year or 2 years ago, I don't remember. Why did it take so long for the Biden administration to shoot that spy balloon down?
That in and of itself would be dangerous.
Do you have the authority to shoot down drones?
Our authorities are very limited. That is precisely why we have gone to Congress to expand those authorities. Our authorities are limited by the United States Coast Guard in the maritime environment, the United States Secret Service in its protection of our national leaders, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection with respect to the border. We have various authorities that are discrete to the particular missions. We can't just shoot a drone out of the sky.
But do you know for sure these are drones or unmanned aircraft? What are they?
We believe that there are cases of mistaken identity where drones are actually small aircraft and people are misidentifying them. There very well may be drones in the sky, of course, but those are commercially available. One can go into a convenience store and buy a small drone. There are also commercial.
Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. In what sort of convenience store have you ever seen a drone that you can purchase, let alone something of this size with enough lights to get people's attention? I certainly haven't. I don't even think there are commercial drones like the ones we've seen from DJI, which are the most popular, to have those kinds of crazy lights. Okay, so this statement about convenience stores is a very pathetic attempt at gaslighting the public into thinking there's nothing threatening about these drones. Doesn't surprise me coming from him, though.
Drones as well, but we know of no threat or nefarious activity. And I want to repeat, Wolf, that if we learn of any cause for concern, we will be transparent in our communication of it.
We know that some of these drones, whether in the Middle East or Ukraine, have weapons, have missiles attached to these drones. Wouldn't it be smart to at least get a look at these drones to see if they are armed?
Wolf, there is no question that technology has advanced in the realm of drones. They can fly farther, they can fly faster, they can carry heavier payloads. Our authorities need to keep up with the technological advances. The chairman of the Homeland Security Committee in the House of Representatives, Mark Green, has argued for and advocated for that expansion of authorities. So has Congressman Pfluger. We agree with that advocacy, and we have sought increased authorities.
As you know, it's causing a lot of concern. Mr. Secretary.
I'm here to calm those concerns, Wolf.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a non-answer. As Wolf Blitzer here concludes the interview, answer the question. Are you going to investigate this? It's a simple yes or no. And all you gave us right there was just a bunch of word salad, right? But again, that's not untypical at all coming from this administration and their numerous failures in protecting our country. Now, let's get into the actual aerial phenomenon we've been seeing. And we've seen the mainstream only refer to this activity as drones. However, there have been multiple sightings of things that can in no way, shape, or form be simply classified as drones. We're dealing with something completely different. Channel 7 ABC News caught an unknown glowing orb on camera in the New Jersey sky amid numerous reports of unidentified drones, stating, "We have no idea what it is." So let's take a look.
You know, when things like this are happening, it seems everyone starts to look up, like my crew and I have been here in Mendham recording this video that you're looking at right now. We have no idea what it is, if it's a natural phenomenon, because it could be, but this is why so many municipalities are now asking people to reach out and send their videos to them or to experts who might be able to sort out what they're seeing in the skies. But I guarantee there are so many people looking up and making those recordings recordings because this mystery is one that needs to be solved. For now, we're live here in Mendham Borough. Tony Yates, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, I don't really know what it is either, but it certainly doesn't look like something that you can just get in a convenience store, okay? Here are some recent sightings that appear to be a combination of lights, orbs, spheres, and drones. And so this appears to be something coming up on the horizon, up on this hill right here. Looks like some glowing, flashing orb of some kind.
That's literally right
What
over
is
my house.
that?
No.
We have the pictures, like I live right there.
What is
Do you have
that?
like a Ring camera, like security camera?
No, we just got on my deck. Are you
guys the
ones launching them? Now it's down. Now it's going down.
Here are another set of orbs and lights that do not appear drone-like in nature. So the video starts off with what appears to be these glowing orbs with some sort of trail that they're leaving behind. Are they spraying something? Is it contrails? That doesn't just look like an unmanned drone or some normal flying aircraft. You know, so this is seemingly unidentifiable phenomena moving in the night sky in ways that really do not seem like they could be operated by humans unless there's some sort of advanced technology that we don't know about. Giving us these orbs and light shows. It seems feasible for our government to create these things, but not to have men in the cockpit. However, what does seem to be more or less normal, like military aircraft we have seen and is known to exist, are videos of things like this right here. So this was filmed in the daytime, and you can clearly see that it looks like a plane of some kind with these two propeller jets, but it doesn't look like a normal sized plane. It looks more like an unmanned aircraft that we're seeing. And so some people in the comments right here have noted this to be like compared to an Augusta Westland AW609. So it's an aircraft that looks kind of like this. This looks like something that could be manned. This is something another person suspected it is. It looks like a modernized Osprey. Is it a drone or just a manned aircraft? To me, that didn't look like something that was manned, but it does look like something that would come from our own government. This is some other really good footage that was filmed at night, which actually looks like something more rectangular with a bunch of lights.
Oh my gosh, bro, look at that, look at that.
Although, to me, it does look closer to an airplane.
The tree's blocking it. Oh, bro, oh my gosh, look at that. They're four-way rectangular. Oh, it's got blurry, damn it.
So, you know, now we're going back to something that looks way more unusual compared to the last thing that we just saw. So I'm under the impression that this is some advanced military aircraft. Jesse Waters here suspects the same thing. And, you know, look, there's technology that I know is way ahead of us that they don't want the public to know about. So let's take a look at what Jesse Waters says right here, because I think he has a very interesting take.
Sources tell us there's a possibility that these drones are actually very advanced military craft and that the Pentagon's testing these drones over friendly American territory. Drone warfare has become so critical, as we've seen in Ukraine, that the U.S. military needs to test American drone capability in residential and urban areas. But the DoD's acting like these drones are a real concern. Listen.
This week, the Secretary signed a classified strategy for countering unmanned systems, more commonly known as drones, have the potential to pose both an urgent and enduring threat to U.S. personnel, facilities, and assets overseas, and increasingly in the U.S. homeland. As you know, the threats presented by these systems are changing how wars are fought. The DoD is orienting around a common understanding of the challenge and a comprehensive approach to addressing it.
Meanwhile, the FAA is issuing a warning if they catch whoever's flying these drones, they're going to hit them with fines and revoke their licenses. That sounds kind of like a lot of hot air, because how can you find somebody you can't even find?
Yeah, it is a bunch of hot air because the stories from the DOD, the Pentagon, and the whole Biden administration is not consistent with what we've been seeing, right? How are you going to track down people that are operating glowing orbs that seem like alien spacecrafts? How does the FAA not have these aircrafts on their radar? There is no record of any air traffic control communications. So here is the National Security Advisor, John Kirby, telling us that these are manned aircrafts.
We have not been able to, and neither have state or local law enforcement authorities, corroborate any of the reported visual sightings. To the contrary, upon review of available imagery, it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully.
Okay. Many of these sightings are manned aircrafts. That's the story they're running now. Which is it? I thought drones were supposed to be unmanned. That's the story the mainstream media is running with. So how do you explain these mysterious glowing orbs filmed by the people on the ground? You see, this is a classic example of what authority figures have been doing our entire lives, which is to believe what you are told and not what you see. Okay? We have seen the crime happening in our cities. They tell us crime is going down. We see how bad the migrant crisis is, and they're telling us illegal crossings are going down. So what I think is going on, could there be UFOs? It's very well possible. What I think is more likely, these are government aircrafts getting tested out on the public, maybe to unleash bioweapons, viruses, maybe even chemtrails. Like here, we see one of these drones ascending into the air and leaving some sort of trail behind.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at him spraying. Look at that.
Spraying something?
Look at that. He is spraying the sky again. Bro, this is crazy, man. Look at this guy. They're spraying the skies.
This here looks like something right out of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's a rectangle with lights. I mean, now this is really bizarre. This is by far the most bizarre thing I think I've seen. So look, I have no way of knowing for sure if these videos are digitally altered in some way, but one thing is clear, we are seeing a variety of unidentifiable aircrafts. The government is lying to us again, and they are hiding something from us again. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Please be sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in another video very soon.